From the studios of Foxboro Cable Access, located in the center of Foxborough, Massachusetts, you are watching Around Foxborough.
Hi, I'm Steve Uden, and welcome to Around Foxborough. I'm your host, and I'd like to thank Paul Beck in the engineering room and Jerry Love, our producer, for putting together yet another interesting show. And I'm really happy because I have two very interesting young men here, and we're going to talk about a play that the Ahern School is about to put on, and we'll get dates shortly, called The Orphan Train. So I'd like to welcome these two nice fellas, and I'd like them each we'll start with you, James, and if you'd just tell me your name and what grade you're in, and a couple of things about you that they don't have to be too personal. And then we'll ask Maxime to do the same thing. Go, tell us about yourself there.
So I'm James Upton. I'm in the Orphan Train production. About myself, I enjoy baking, baseball, and I'm in a Boy Scout troop with Maxime.
Oh, what troop?
Troop 32.
The famous Troop 32, right? And Maxime, tell us about, what grade were you in?
6th grade.
6th grade, impressive. What about you?
My name is Maxime Compter. I'm in 8th grade, so this will be my last year in the production. I'm also in the Orphan Train, and I enjoy school for the most part and swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, I swim about 2 hours a day.
Wow. Are you on a team?
Yeah.
And do you, what topics did you like? Didn't you tell me you liked history?
I like history, mostly because, I don't know, there was like this famous saying, if we don't learn from history, we're bound to repeat it, or something along those lines.
Amen, yeah. And do you have a subject that you're particularly fond of, or?
You know, I've always liked math. That was one of my favorites, and social studies or history is really fun.
Interesting. Are you, either of you gentlemen musicians? Do you play in the orchestra or anything like that?
Yes, so I play trombone mostly.
All right, a bones man.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I play 2 instruments, the alto saxophone and also the bassoon, which is a little bit of a stranger instrument. It's a very long tube, and yeah, you got it.
It's another reed, right?
Yeah, double reeds.
Yeah.
And it's most commonly found in like professional orchestras, so it's a very fun instrument to play.
That's really interesting. So you got musicians, you got students, you got nice normal kids here in town, and now I have actors.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the Orphan Train for a minute, the play, and then we'll get into how it's going to come around, okay? The two of you bounce back and forth. Tell me a little bit about the story of the Orphan Train, but don't tell me the end, because nobody wants the play to be spoiled. But what's the general story of the Orphan Train? James, why don't you start?
Okay, so the Orphan Train is about late 19th century, early 20th century orphans from the Northeast, mostly in New York area, that were put on trains nicknamed the Orphan Trains. And they were sent to the South in this play, Mississippi, and were adopted for farm work or just company around the house.
And Maxime, is it a drama or a musical or a comedy? What's the nature of the general feeling of the play?
It is not a musical. There are no musical numbers except for maybe one. That isn't really that much of a musical number. And then,
yeah, you'll laugh.
It's just a little bit.
Do you sing it? Is that why?
It's just a little bit of singing. That one person gets to sing, but for the most part, nobody sings. And it's a drama, more of a serious drama, basically telling the stories of these orphans and how harsh it was really at that time. For some, they got adopted and they were all happy and everything was sunshine and rainbows. But for others, It was not that much.
But it's based on a real event that happened
this
in the
actually
American
happened.
historical sense of the word, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what parts do you play? And I'd like to explain something and then you can color it in for us, okay? There are 2 casts for this show. And how many shows are you going to have?
4 shows.
So you gentlemen are 2 actors in one of the troops, right? And then there's another set. So what we'll do is we'll interview as many of you as we can, probably you 2 and 2 other people. And so the show is broken up into how many viewings are you going to have? How many performances?
So we're going to have 4 performances.
Okay. And tell me how you fit in to 2 of them and somebody else might fit in that I'm going to interview later into the other 2. How does that work?
So basically, there are 2 casts and for 2 shows. So for 2 of the shows, one person, let's say person A, is going to be playing that one specific role for the play. And then for the next 2 shows, it'll be a different person. And this really just allows there to be more people getting larger roles, and also just in case something happens, you know, we have another person who already knows the lines.
Right, that's not an understudy, but basically an additional lead role or star in the show. So James, what role are you playing?
So Maxime and I both have the part of Old Man, who's one of the larger scenes, and then Carnival Man, and Mr. Williams, who basically checks on the orphans after they're placed. And so I'm playing in 2 of the shows, and he will play in the other 2 of the shows. And if we're not playing one of our nights, we're ensemble. So.
What an interesting way to carry out the theater department at the Urn for this, right? That's really great. Everybody gets to work hard. How long have you been working on the show, both of you? Like since it was announced that they're looking for actors?
It's hard to say exactly.
Was it in the summer or the beginning of the school year, or 2 weeks ago, or
maybe? I'd say it's middle of September. Early September we auditioned, and then late September we started actually rehearsing. So give or take 4 to 6 weeks ago, maybe.
You're busy, right, with school and other things that you're doing, right? Is this your first time acting for either of you?
No.
So you like acting?
Yeah.
So how much time have you had to spend studying and learning and memorizing your lines? And you know, you can tell me, are there marks on the set where you're supposed to be and that sort of thing, blocking, those sorts of terms? Do you have to learn all that, and do you know that?
Yeah, so we do have to block everything. Like, there's no improvisation in these types of plays, but there are definitely like marks on the stage. Like, those are for the set, but personally I like to use those for where I'm going. But I don't know about Maxine.
So let's talk about a block for people that don't know right away. They're kind of like lines on a highway, right? That tell you where to be, and you know, whether you're a bike and you can be in this lane, or you're a truck and you can be in that lane, right?
Yeah.
So you're the actors, you're looking at the blocking lines and the instructions you've been given in the blocking to know where to stand and when to pick up a prop or put down a prop or turn around or walk away or whatever, carry out your lines, right?
Yeah.
You like doing that? Like, are you part of the blocking? Do you get to suggest, maybe if I stood here it would be better, or how does that work? Do the directors tell you what to do?
Yeah, the directors mostly direct us but to where we go.
Well said.
And that we do have a little bit of input. If it makes sense for us to be here rather than there, then we can say our opinions, and the director will listen. Yeah. As long as it makes sense in the context of the play.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Is there special lighting that you're having done? who's lighting the show? Do you have a lighting director, or how does that work? Is it a parent volunteer? Is that how it's carried out? Do you know?
Yeah, so there's a lot of that goes into lighting. So we have people in the lighting booth that are like actively lighting while the show's going. There are overhead lights like in front of the stage up high, where those are going to be controlled by people in the booth.
Okay.
And, there's lighting above the stage too, so there's like older kids in the middle school that are doing that, and some of it's the adults like programming it.
Oh, that's really interesting. You're really getting to see the whole thing. What about who's building the sets? I know that somebody might have somebody they know or love as part of the set building. Tell me more.
Yeah, so
about sets.
There is one person,
yes.
Cindy Walland, who donates so much of her time into designing, constructing, and building the sets. She's here day and night. Well, not night, but a lot of the time that she has during the play is spent building the set with wood, paint, nails, screws, all the gimmicks that you could ever have. And she puts together these crazy sets.
Cool.
She has a very great vision.
Do you think she has a great vision? And tell me how you might know her.
So I met Miss Wallen last year in the first play. She is an amazing set director. Like this year, the set is amazing. We have a whole big train.
Really?
Yeah. So. Last year's play was also kind of crazy. There was like this whole roller car that she built. And it was like, that's...
Is there a way to make it look like scenery's going by out the windows and that sort of thing? That's pretty complicated, and you have to make it look real, you know, or for theatrical purposes, right? What about costuming? Who's costuming you? Do you know? And are there a lot of costume changes? Or does it depend on the character?
I think it does really depend on the character.
Okay.
Yeah, so costumes are done by parent volunteers who measure out everybody and find costumes that fit. Depending on the show, it's you can never really like look for one specific way to find a costume. This year, because it's 19th, 20th century, it's looking at like thrift shops and also antique stores, I think, looking for things that look...
Lots of wool.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We're getting close to the end of our time together, and I could talk with you guys for another hour. You've been very cool to talk to, and I really appreciate it. One last question. In the work that you're doing on this play, did anything happen to you good that you didn't expect would happen to you in this play? Did you make a new friend? Did you learn a new way to light a show or something, anything? Is there anything that stood out like, wow, I got that out of the play. I didn't expect it. Any ideas?
I've only ever been in like high energy productions, and this is like a very serious play. It's not more about like, it's more about the way you say your lines and the way you act and behavior than the others. I think it's just a really like advanced acting experience. Everybody's learning something. Like nobody in this play isn't gonna learn something about acting. That's
a great answer. Really. What about you?
I completely agree with James. I personally have made a friend through many friends through acting. This year I have made one, and overall I have learned how to both keep my energy down and also, for one of my parts, bring my energy way up.
Cool. So we have the Old Man and Carnival Man here with us today, right? In two of the shows you'll be in, unless you have to understudy or somebody needs to take your place or you take their place, depending on how the show goes. I wish you all the luck in the world. I can't wait to talk to your other two friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing the show. They're doing good advertising. James, thanks a million. Maxime, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Paul, we're going to take a break just for a minute and then invite our other two actors from the play onto the show, and we'll carry on after a little interlude here. And I want to thank you again and your families, and break a leg, as they say in showbiz.
Thank you.
We'll see you. You'll do a buddy cop movie somewhere down the line and make $1 million like Matt Damon or something like that. Bye, guys. Thank you. Welcome back. We have a little change in personnel here on this episode of Around Foxborough, where we're talking about the Orphan train play that the Ahern Theater Department is putting on here at our junior high school. We just met two of the young men that are in the play, and as we understand, and you can explain it to me again if you want, you have 2 casts, right?
Yes.
And 4 shows. So you will be in 2 shows, and they'll be in 2 shows, and that's where the leads start to get to move around, so there's more experience. Do I have it right, or do you want to sort of explain it to me a little better?
I think you got it right.
Is there a whole cast change, or just certain actors and characters?
So right now we have, I believe, 2 actors that are going to be doing their lead roles for both casts.
Okay.
But other than that, mainly most of the characters are going to be switching from their lead role to their ensemble role.
Excellent. I forgot to ask you something at the beginning, because I met you before we started taping the show. But why don't you tell me your name and your grade and a little bit about you, so our friends at home know who the famous 2 ladies I'm talking to are.
Okay, so I'm Avery Walland. I'm also in 6th grade, and my favorite subject is ELA because I love writing, and I also like sports, and I love theater and music and all this stuff. I shape my life around that kind of stuff. So
I can tell. I can tell. You got that spark. And you have a spark too. What about you? Tell us your name, your grade.
My name is Sophia Del Piso. I'm in 6th grade also. My favorite subject would probably be social studies, and also I love musicals and plays. Probably my favorite musical is Hamilton.
Okay,
And
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and I love basketball, soccer, and lacrosse. I've been doing that my whole life. So.
Wow, you're busy young ladies, aren't you? Is this the first time you've ever been in a play, either of you?
No.
How many other plays have you been in, just in general?
Oh God, I think 6.
And are they all school, or some of them church, or like the private theater companies we have here in town?
I think 2 out of the 6 I've done have been like anywhere anyone can do them, and then the other 4 have been schools.
Okay, and what about you?
I've done like around 8 or 9 plays.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I started when I was like going into 3rd grade, I think.
You need agents. You guys need people. You need a posse and everything, right? You're like totally into it. This is great.
Yeah.
Most of the plays that I've done have been like school plays. And if I have done other plays, they'd be summer plays, and the directors would be people from the school.
Okay.
So
Do you like sports? What kind of sports do you like?
I do swim
Oh,
and field hockey. I love field hockey so much.
cool. You're very active. Now that you're in many plays together and very famous, do you each have limousines that you travel in, and they open the door for you and
I
you get
wish.
out and they walk you into school? Is that because you're famous?
I wish. I just have the crusty school bus.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody loves the school bus. What about you? Do you have a
Yeah.
limo? You have a limo?
I have my mom.
You do? Okay. Well, a mother's love is never ending, right? All right. So I'm going to ask Avery, what role are you playing in the movie? And tell us a little bit in the play, and tell us a little bit about it, but please don't tell us the ending, right? Because we want everybody that comes to be surprised, right?
Okay, so me and Sophia are both the conductor of the
Okay.
train.
Okay.
And we're basically like the narrators. Like, we tell a little bit about each story and what the lesson of each story of them were before the kids have their little part and after. And it's really cool, honestly. It's like the fun little narrator that gets to sit on top of a train.
Oh, that's interesting. What part do you like about the narration? Is it through the whole play? Are you
Yeah.
both? So you're both in separate shows, right?
Yeah.
So you are in the whole show the whole time, pretty much? Is that the idea?
We don't.
You bring the audience
Yeah.
along with the story?
I'd say we don't barely get off of the train that much. We're just sitting there the whole time.
Really? Wow, that's great. How long did you take to rehearse? The boys before you were telling me they've been doing it, 6 or 8 weeks. You had to learn the book first, then memorize it, and then start doing what? Rehearsals, and how did they go? Did they have a table reading and then a set? How'd that work?
So basically, kind of like moves up a level once we memorize their lines more. It goes from like we're just looking at our script and reading off them, and then goes to we're using the stage but not the set because that's not finished yet. And then we go onto the set, which you just recently did, which is so fun because we have our wonderful set director, which builds like all this stuff. We're like 3 feet in the air with like tables and chairs and
they're working out the blocking and that sort of thing, right? I wish the people that are watching this show could feel the energy of you two. You two are little spark plugs, man. It's fun to be talking to you. I asked the fellas before, what happened in this play that you liked, that you didn't expect to happen? Like, did you make new friends, or did you learn new theatrical techniques? Or, because you told us that you told me before that we started shooting this episode that you've done ballet. So this dramatic play is similar to a ballet and there's drama, but what have you gotten from that? Have you learned anything?
I've probably learned that your emotions can really tell a story. Like, you can be really mad and really intense right now and everybody can tell that. Or you can be really sad and you can move and you can tell people and you can move them with the story. And I learned that from my director, Mr. Walker, and he's really taught us a lot.
Wow.
And it's surprising how much he can move everybody and tell us what to do, and we can move them with the story.
That was, with your vocalization, just an excellent example
Beautiful.
of the type of answer I was looking for, and I'm sure you can give me one too. What do you have about what you've gotten from this that you didn't expect?
It really just taught me how you don't have to be scared if you're like in front of a whole bunch of people and you're trying to act, because you're in your own little world.
Like we are.
And you can really do whatever. And the more you push your character, the more people really realize like how fun your personality is. Like you can make new friends that way. And that is definitely thanks to Mr. Walker. He's definitely pushed us to be our best selves and nothing less.
What does Mr. Walker do? Is he one of the teachers at school, or did they bring him in as a director?
I'm pretty sure he's an ELA and social studies teacher.
Oh, there we go. There's ELA again, right?
And
Seventh grade.
Yes, 7th grade. And I remember him saying that he used to only do musicals, but the play person left, so now he's doing the plays, and we are very grateful for that.
Cool.
He is an amazing director, and we couldn't have anyone better.
Wow. Feel the same way?
He really does push us. And I love that about him.
That means he respects you. And that's very important, right? Do you want to do more theater, or do you want to do more ballet, or do you want to do public speaking? What more do you want to do after this? You were ballet, and you said something earlier. What is it? I've shaped my life?
Yeah.
Let's go with that. What more do you want to do?
So I shape my life around theater because I love it so much. That is definitely something that I want to keep doing. But I've also picked up other hobbies, which I love writing and history and all that sort of stuff. And I can't really decide what I want to do now, but all I do know is that if I ever do go to college, it better have theater, the arts, and then writing.
And good cheeseburgers in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be real. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really neat. That's really neat. Do you think you'll try to do more plays this year, or do you need to take a rest? Because this is a lot of work, right? Or the joy of it is not a lot of work.
It's
great.
Yeah?
it's really,
How many people are in the whole cast?
I'm going to say let's say 40 to 50.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah.
They double cast.
Really? Wow.
It's a lot, but you can get used to it.
And it's the same sets per performance, right? It's the same set throughout the whole performance. And this, the gentleman before you came on were telling me, this is a fairly, this is a serious drama, right? I mean, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this. And is that what the conductor does, is, as you explained, take you through like a vignette, you know, like a moment, and then a moral of that? Is that how the play is sort of chunked out?
Oh yeah, we have 2 paragraphs to explain. At a second intermission, we have 2 paragraphs to explain like what the whole next chunk of the play is going to be about and what you're going to expect.
Oh.
And it's very deep, and it's gonna, I hope it's gonna make the crowd like gasp, but just like jaws dropped, but.
That's terrific. How long does the play run with the intermission? Like when I get out of the car and I get back in the car, how long am I
I think
there?
the play in itself is like 45 minutes to an hour, because the intermission usually goes around 15 minutes. So it's a good
hour and 15 minutes of time, right? No, I just want people to understand, you know, if it's a 2-hour play or a 3-hour play. And do you have to do your own makeup, or do they have people making you up and costuming you, and you just let them put the outfit on and, you know, change, you know, the hair or whatever it is that changes throughout the show for you, or not? Like you might just be in the same costume, I don't know.
So we have a lot of parents, which I would like to thank a lot, because
Go ahead.
The kids
both of you.
who are in this program are only in here because they love it so much.
Yes.
And so they influence their parents to go and to help out. So they come all the way to the rehearsals and they bring everything, and they're just like, where's everything? I need my phone, I need my drill, where's my makeup brush? And they're like, okay, we're gonna focus on you. Everyone else get in the line. This is the most important person right now. And we're just gonna do their makeup and then let them go and do their thing.
Okay, so they move you through an organized process, right? And you just sort of go with it as the actor,
Yes.
right? Because they've designed the makeup, they've designed the costumes, those sorts of things. Did you ever think of getting into that aspect, if you will, off stage, behind the scenes type of aspect, or do you always want to be in the limelight, as they call it?
As a crew member, I know our crew works very hard and they do an amazing job. Me personally, I feel like I would drop everything. They would probably, the second they see me, they would probably say, you're fired, even though it isn't a job.
You girls are great. You girls are fun.
So I feel like it's better for me to just talk and do my thing that's like supposed to happen, besides me.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, besides
That's
me
what they tell me
accidentally
here.
breaking something, yeah.
What about you? Do you ever think of going behind the scenes?
I love theater so much and music and everything, but my mom always taught me to try new things, because you never know if you're gonna like it or if you don't.
Sure.
Like,
Amen.
So, like, I've also know, like, a lot of kids who did crew and then went to theater, like the on stage part, and they were like, oh my God, I love it so much, but I think I'm still gonna do crew. So, the same, you can like theater as much as you can like crew and everything else, especially because the parents really like help you and really make you feel special.
Right, and the backstage crew is as important as the audience-faced crew. They just wear black t-shirts, black pants, and black shoes to make the show scene seamless, right? But that's where the magic happens, right? And that's where you rely on them and they rely on you, right?
We have something called a tech rehearsal, which is when all the crew kids and parents and everything go and have the entire rehearsal to find all like the scene changes and where all the sets go, and then they take like neon tape and put it all around the thing, and then that's where we know where to go, and it's crazy. But it's a whole day just for them, and our director's like, do not mess with them, they know what they're doing.
Right. You're responsible for your part of the show and they're responsible for theirs. Are the tech crew all students, or are some of them parents as well? I think I missed that when you were explaining something.
So
my fault.
It's okay. So actually, some of the lighting crew members and the prop handlers and the people who make the set,
Right.
a majority of them are kids. But obviously with those kids, we are going to need some adults and professionals for that.
I do. I know I need adults around to help me out.
Because somebody might cut their finger or need something. So for like major things like
And
that,
safety, right, for the whole organization,
for that stuff you need help on, and like a booth that you need to work on. We have a lot of adults that can come and help the kids work on that, but there are a lot of kids who like to come join and help out.
That's great. We all have our part to do, right? Did you have to raise money for this?
Oh, definitely. Like
How did you do that?
So.
Or did it come from last year's budget or something like that?
No. So basically, you definitely need a lot of money. Like the crew people, especially the head of set, plays like.
You have to source material, right?
And they and so that's why there's intermission, because they go and they sell candy and drinks and food, and there's some special people who make this merch.
That's right. I don't know if people can see it, but we might get a shot and add it in the post-production of this show. But our actors here have some cool merch or swag that is for the show itself. So we'll show that in a cutaway piece when we put the show together.
Actually,
you mentioned candy. What type of candy?
It's a king size big.
Do they have Mounds bars?
I don't think.
Oh, for crying out loud! Please have Mounds and Butterfingers.
They do have Butterfingers. Love those.
Okay, well, it's my fault. We just went off track. I went on the candy track.
But.
I want to tell you something interesting, and we just have a couple of minutes left, but do you know what the term break a leg means in theater?
Yes.
Tell me about what you know about break a leg.
So basically, break a leg is a better version, for saying good luck. Don't ever say that in theater or anything like that, because that can actually mean bad luck. So it's like an Uno reverse.
Somebody's been reading. Very good. You're right.
Good luck in theater means bad luck in theater, but break a leg means good luck in theater, and break a leg in real life means I want you to break a leg, and that would be really bad.
Right.
So
what I think break a leg means, in my opinion, would be like so into your character that you might break a leg.
That could be.
So into it, and you're moving your whole body, you're saying all your lines, you're having all the audience just look at you and feel your energy, and then you might just break a leg doing that.
I have another thing I learned about break a leg, and then we'll say goodbye and talk about the dates and times. In vaudeville, which is an old type of sort of clean theater based in the late 1800s, early 1900s, there's what's called a leg line on the stage, and that's where the curtain hides the actor, and the second the actor walks out onto the stage and can be seen, that's called the leg line between the curtain and the stage. And if you don't walk past and break the leg line, you don't get paid. So that's what I would say, break a leg, get out there and make yourself a couple of bucks. There's all sorts of stories. Yours is excellent. I love your idea too. You're having a dress rehearsal, and I don't know if you know, but I know this, that you've invited the veterans.
yes.
Can you tell me what you know about that? Because I want to plug that. I think that's really cool.
So basically, the show is based off a real story, and some of the lines are like real things that people on the Orphan train said.
Okay.
And so the veterans or people who were around that time and understand that, we're inviting them to come and see, to like, maybe not like remind them, but be like, hey, do you remember this? Like,
right.
Isn't this cool that we're kind of making a play out of this?
A looking back of sorts, right?
And to kind of like honor them of some of the people who were like, oh wow, that was a harsh time, or wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, you've both learned some nice lessons in respect.
Yeah.
Tell me, so we can tell the world, and we'll put it on in post-production on the screen, when is it running, what time is it running, and is there admission, and where is it running?
Okay.
Who, what, where, why, and when?
So where is at Ahern Middle School in Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Got it.
When is, I believe, November
12th.
It's 13th
13th
through 15th.
to
Right.
15th.
The 12th is a veterans thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 11th is Veterans
Okay,
Day.
and we'll get it up on the screen.
And then we don't know the time.
I believe it's like,
It
could be like 7 to 8.
yeah.
They're evening shows.
Most of them. But there's one of the shows, since there's 4 shows, but there's only 3 days we're doing it. So it's one show on Thursday, Friday, and there's 2 shows on Saturday. One in the matinee from like 1 to 2, and then one at the end of the night from 7 to 8 again. So 3 night shows, 1 matinee.
Are you doing one for just the students where they get to come into the auditorium and see the show?
I wish.
No,
Sometimes, right.
I
I'll bet
wish.
a lot of them do too, right?
I know in elementary school we did do that. But
Yeah,
in
they do
middle-
it sometimes.
In middle school, we're taking a bigger step into acting.
Uh-huh.
So if they want to see it, they gotta see it in real life.
There you go. You're terrific.
Thank you.
You're terrific.
Thank you very much.
We're going to say goodbye, Paul, and I just want to thank Jury Love, our producer, and Paul Beck in the engineering room, and my 4 guests. And our people can't see them on camera, but they've got some very nice family members here cheering them on and watching. We hope you'll go see the play. It sounds like a wonderful play and something that these young adults are taking very seriously. It's theater, and they're working on it, and I think you'll see that from the discussions we just had. My name is Steve Uden. I'm really glad you tuned into Around Foxborough, and God bless and thank you. See ya.